The Security of Tenure bill vetoed by President Duterte last week, but there's still hope. The bill has been refiled and remains a priority of the administration. But will the second chance be better for the so-called endo bill? Welcome to On the Record. I'm Ruth Cabal. Our guests for this episode, Representative Jericho Nograles of the PBA party list, Elmer Bong Labog, chairperson of the labor group Kilosang Mayo Uno, and Jose Roland Moya, Director General of the Employers Confederation of the Philippines. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us, Ruth.
Okay,
Good evening.
Let's start with you, Congressman. You're one of the principal authors of, well, actually the vetoed bill. Pero first of all, can you explain muna what is this Security of Tenure bill? Just a backgrounder, sir.
Well, basically, the Security of Tenure bill is what the government wants to happen, which is no employee can be dismissed from the service without due process of law or for a reasonable cause. Kasi yung nangyayari sa atin, maraming mga natatanggal dahil end of contract, hence yung endo. And yan yung gusto nating tapusin. And currently, yung prevailing natin na law is our labor code, supplemented by Executive Order number 51 of the Duterte administration, where it's very clear na hindi pwede magtanggal ng empleyado na walang due process of law or just cause. Ang gusto ng Kongreso sana i-define or i-redefine and i-adjust to current terms yung tinatawag na labor-only contracting at saka gawin itong illegal. It's already considered illegal, pero merong mga quarters na gusto nilang i-redefine ito dahil na-abuse daw ang current definition ng labor-only contracting.
Okay. But before we define yung labor-only contracting, tanong ko lang si Elmer, ano ba yung kalakaran when you say pag endo ka or ano ba to 5-5?
5-5, para pong sardinas, ano?
Oo, yeah. Ano bang nangyayari pag ganun?
Yan pa rin naman ang prevalent, ano? Marami pang pa rin contractuals, even with the passage of EO 51 and executive EO 51 and DO 174 hasn't checked the proliferation.
Pero anong nangyayari nga? Just briefly
yung actual, kulang talaga ng kita yung mga contractuals.
Limang buwan lang ba talaga yun?
After 5 months, iminamadali na yan para hindi matanggal. Pero usually, natatanggal na yan. No? Pero ang aming tinututulan talaga, yung mismong esensya ng massive contractualization of labor. So, maging yung sinasabing job-only contracting ay disguised contractualization para sa amin yan. And
yung nasa batas, ano? Ilan ba ngayon yung tansya nyo na contractuals?
Sa aming tansya, mga 24 milyones sa 42 something na labor force.
So, mga kalahati ay contractuals?
More than half.
More than half, oo. But we were hoping na this will sana nga, this bill will endo nga sana. Balik ako si Congressman, can you define what labor contracting is?
Well, ang current definition ng ating batas is that merong labor-only contracting kung number one, hindi sapat yung capitalization at saka materyales ng isang kumpanya. Pangalawa, merong direct supervision and control yung company. And pangatlo, yung mga activities na ginagawa ng mga na-contract out ay in direct connection with the business itself. Yung gusto ng House of Representatives, at least sa 17th Congress, pati yung gusto ng Senate of the 17th Congress is that palitan yung word na end. Okay. So yung sa tatlong definitions na yun, yung tatlong substantial capital, control of workers, methods, and activities directly involved. Yung related, no? Yung current law natin is end. Yung gusto natin palitan is yung end, gawin nating or. So kung meron
hindi nasa-satisfy lahat,
yes.
Parang ganon.
So for example, merong labor-only contracting ngayon, kung yung tatlo ay nakukuha. Yung gusto natin palitan na definition ay you just need one. Kung hindi
of
sapat.
Of the three.
Kasi or na siya eh. Yan ang malaking bagay from changing ang end to or at yan ang ipinagbabawal. Pero nakita ko, ang gusto ng House of Representatives at saka ang gusto ng Senado sa 17th Congress ay mananatili pa rin yung contractual. So long as yan pasok sa loob ng legal na framework and ang mga empleyado ng mga job contractors ay secured in themselves. Ibig sabihin, maski na 5 months siya dito sa isang lugar, may trabaho pa rin nag-aantay at nababayaran pa rin sila.
Kung walang just cause para tanggalin
Correct.
siya. Let me get the side of the laborers and the employers about this. Pero gusto nyo pa rin itong, di ba tinawag nyo ito dating watered down version? Oo.
Kahit na watered down version, sana pinagpasensya na lang at nilusot. So, we feel betrayed kasi we were promised na matatapos na talaga yung skemang contractualization. Pero sa ground talaga, makikita mo na instead of ending contractualization, malaking bilang pa rin. So, you'd see PEPMECO on strike, itong NutriAsia, yung Sumifro, napakarami ngayon dahil ang usapin dito ay yung pagtutulak na ma-regularize ang mga manggagawa. Pero sa actual practice, nasi-circumvent lang yung yung batas at marami talagang nagiging sanhi ng tanggalan dahil mahalaga na at the onset dapat regular or a short probationary period. Pero ngayon maski yung main business ng mga employers ay nagiging contractual employees.
We ask the side of the...
Well, para sa amin na tama yung pagvito ng presidente doon sa SOT bill. Sa palagay ng mga employers ay sapat na yung mga probisyon ng ating Labor Code of the Philippines as amended para maprotektahan yung mga rights at interests ng ating workers. At itong provision ng ating Labor Code ay lalong pinagtibay nung inilabas ng Department of Labor ang unemployment, yung DO 167 series of 2017. At kung maalala natin, noong May 1, 2018, noong isang taon, ay naglabas din, pinirmahan ni Presidente Duterte, yung EO 51, kung saan lalong pinalakas yung protection sa security of tenure ng workers.
But can you explain lang, bakit po ba kailangan in some industries, may contractual, ano po bang basehan dito at bakit dapat i-veto to? Which rights are being...
Well, unang-una, sa palagay namin kapag pinasa yung SOT bill ay pagkakaroon ng malaking epekto ito sa investments. Maraming mga foreign investors and even local investors na nagbabalak mag-invest sa Pilipinas dahil maganda ang ating maganda yung takbo ng ating ekonomiya. Pero nung nilatag itong mga bills sa House of Representatives at saka sa Senado at lalo na nung pinasa yung SOT bill ay nangamba sila. So they put in hold their investment plans because I think this will in effect hinder their flexibility.
Mas magastos po ba? Magiging magastos for them?
Ang main reason kung bakit ang employers ay against the SO2 bill is because it will impact on the so-called management prerogative and the flexibility of business in dealing with the exigencies of business. Nagbabago-bago yung demand ng negosyo, nagbabago yung business climate, pabago-bago yung tastes at demands ng ating consumers, at idagdag pa natin dyan ang mabilis na pag-usad ng teknolohiya in the context of Industry 4.0.
Para sa aming mga manggagawa, and would like to address this to our lawmakers as well as Malacanang. In framing any law, mahalaga na i-consider parati yung social justice. It should be conceived from the social justice aspect. Tignan natin yung ano talaga nangyayari sa ground. Hindi na nga magkasya yung kinikita, contractual pa. No? yun na lang naman gusto namin mangyari na
Yung sinasabi ni
maging
Roland
regular
na it can
eventually.
affect, overall, it can affect investments.
Well, yun nga ho ang problema.
Naapektuhan
no?
yung managerial decisions.
It's biased and one-sided for the management employers. Tinatawag na partners in production ang mga manggagawa. Pero sa hatian naman ng kita, agrabyado yung mga manggagawa. In fact, we do not even dream to have the same lifestyle as employers and the government officials. Ang hinihingi lang namin, ang isang kalagayan na hindi kumakayod upang mabuhay. No? Hindi, para mabuhay lang. Kundi dapat mabuhay bilang manggagawa, bilang tao.
Okay.
So yun yung dapat na premise ng paggawa ng batas ng sino man sa ating lipunan.
Okay, we will continue our discussion. It's time to take a break. This is On the Record. Keep it here on CNN Philippines. You're on the record on CNN Philippines. Yun ang sir, diba, sirs? Veto ni President Duterte yung endo bill. But just today, Malacanang is actually blaming lawmakers for the president's veto of the Security of Tenure bill. Presidential spokesman Sal Panelo says lawmakers didn't see problems that would arise from the bill's passage. President Duterte wants another SOT bill that would strike a good balance between the needs of both workers and employers. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Siguro hindi nga nila nakita na baka pag pinasa mo yun, lalong magkakaproblema tayo.
Congressman, you're an author of the bill. Anong masasabi niyo dito? Kayo daw may kasalanan.
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, let's look at the current situation. Ang ating mga employers, masaya sila na hindi pinirmahan ng presidente. Ang ating mga workers, masaya rin sila na hindi ito pinirmahan ng presidente. And pagdating sa mga lawmakers, ang inaantay ng lawmakers kung ano ba ang definition ng labor-only contracting at kung ano ba yung Security of Tenure bill that is acceptable to Malacanang. As a backgrounder, yung enrolled bill or yung batas na pinapa-sign kay Presidente na na-veto niya, yan po ay Senate version of the 17th Congress. Iba po yan sa pumasa sa House of Representatives noong Enero 2018, which is House Bill number 6908. Ang nangyari dahil kapos nga sa oras, hindi na nagkaroon ng bicameral conference committee ang Senate at saka ng House. Ang ginawa na lang ng House ay inadopt yung Senate version para mabigay na sa Presidente, hoping for either the signing or a partial veto.
So there wasn't a chance for you to discuss sana kung ano pa talaga yung pwedeng maging provisions ng batas.
Dahil hindi nangyari yung
Kasi walang
tinatawag na
bicam.
bicameral conference committee at wala nang bicameral conference committee report. Ang ginawa ng House of Representatives ay inadopt na lang siya in toto.
So kasalanan nyo nga.
Maaari na kasalanan ng House, ang nakikita natin ay kinampos ng oras para gumawa ng magandang batas. Ang current situation ngayon ay nabalitaan namin na sa Senado, si Senator Joel Villanueva ay na-refile po niya yung bill ng Senate version in the 17th Congress. Tapos si Congressman Aglipay, siya naman ay nag-refile ng House Bill 6908, which is magkaiba.
But Senator Joel is saying exactly the same version daw yung ni-refile. What's the use of refiling kung yun din yung vinito?
So ang mangyayari dyan, ang nakikita ko ay kung papasa na sa Senate in third and final reading yung kay Senator Joel Villanueva at saka papasa sa House on third and final reading yung version ni Aglipay, then meron ng panahon ang Senate at saka ng House na pumasok ng bicameral conference committee. In other words, that is an activity na hindi nangyari nung 17th Congress.
I want to ask Elmer, kasi dun sa, I'm looking at the veto message of the President. Ang sinasabi niya, legitimate job contracting should be allowed. Businessmen should be allowed to determine whether they should outsource certain activities or not. So, may puwang ba for certain types of contractualization?
Doon pa lang sa sulat ni Presidente, mukhang bias towards the employers and businesses, no? Kailangan, pag nag-strike ka ng balance, yung sinasabing he who has less in law must have more in life, no? Pero lilitaw talaga agrabyado yung labor sector. And so, kung talagang ang ating mga lawmakers ay sincero na i-end yung contractualization, di gumawa silang lang stronger version. And in fact, we're filing one, no? Through Makabayan party list maybe next week.
So anong malaking pagkakaiba niya with the version we have now?
Yung version, sabi ko nga,
Ng
hindi,
labor.
though we're not happy with that version kasi very much watered down dun sa original na proposal nga namin na stricter rules sa contractualization. Dati kasi ang umiiral meron kang probationary period, what's this employment ay direct employment Pero ngayon napakarami ng pasikot, no?
So parang mas madali pa.
Yun nga, mas agrabyado yung mga manggagawa kasi
And mas madali mag-contract.
mas madali yung contractualization.
On the side of ECOP, what will be yung version that will be amenable for you?
Para sa amin, ang problema natin ay hindi kakapusan ng polisiya. Kung hindi ang pagpapatupad sa ating mga pinapairal na regulasyon. Kaya't sinasabi namin na itong SOT bill is a redundancy. It is superfluous because we already have the rules, the laws and regulations in place. Nandiyan na yung ating Labor Code of the Philippines na dinidefine kung anong ibig sabihin ng Security of Tenure. Binanggit na ni Kong Nograles kung anong ibig sabihin ng Security of Tenure.
And it's
Hindi
in
ka
the law.
pwedeng magtanggal ng empleyado na hindi tinitingnan yung unless there
Just
is
cause,
just or authorized causes, and if you do not observe the procedural due process spelled out in the Constitution, in our labor code, and in existing jurisprudence. Maliwanag din doon sa ating DO 174 at saka sa EO 51 na bawal na talaga yung endo. Ano ba yung endo? Ito yung tinatawag nating 555 na talagang pinagbabawal sa ating Labor Code of the Philippines under the provisions on labor-only contracting na ang definition nito ay binigay na rin ni Kong Nograles. So na-address na natin yung problema sa endo. The security of tenure of workers is already guaranteed in the Labor Code. So what is the problem that we are trying to address? The laws, the regulations, the rules are already there. So all that we
implement
have
na
to
lang.
do is the correct and right implementation of the law
Okay,
and
gentlemen, we'll
regulations.
continue this discussion after the break. Stay tuned. You're on the record on CNN Philippines. You're watching On the Record on CNN Philippines. So, moving forward, bills have been refiled and endo bills have been refiled. Makikita ba talaga natin na matatapos na itong contractualization, itong practice ng endo? This is the campaign promise. This was the campaign promise of President Duterte. So, moving forward, recommendations, anong nakikita nyo?
Well, sa tingin ko, pag meron ng definition ang Department of Labor and Employment and proper guidance as to what the President really wants. Dahil yung klaro sa kanyang sa kanyang veto message that he allows a certain job contractualization, he allows it.
Legitimate job contracting, sabi
job
niya.
contracting.
Oo, should be allowed.
And then ayaw niya ng oversweeping generalization of labor-only contracting. I believe there is a need to codify lahat ng mga Supreme Court cases and jurisprudence para mas klaro na yung batas. And I believe na kailangan mag-usap ang Senate, ang House, at saka
And the
ang Executive.
executive,
So, inaabangan po natin yung LEDAC, yung Legislative Executive na meetings to guide both.
Secretary Bello is saying na may ipipresent daw sila by August 5, dun nga sa LEDAC,
We are,
diba?
we are waiting for that presentation, and I'm pretty sure that that will be taken into account sa mga committees on labor.
Okay, Elmer.
We feel that it wouldn't improve yung batas na we're expecting from President Duterte. As you promised, lumayo na, no? Lumayo na yung sa kanyang pangako yung pagbabawal talaga ng contractualization essentially. So we're mobilizing our members for to support another
Version.
serious version of the bill, and come August 26 we'll be having a broad march of workers to really push for the end of serious end of contractualization.
Pero ano ba talaga yung number one na gusto nyong makita sa batas? Is it still through the agencies? Through the corporate?
It should be
oo.
primarily between the employers and employees. No?
Hindi na
At,
talaga dadaan. Dapat wala na yung pagdaan sa mga agencies.
saka na natin pag-usapan yung exemptions. Ano? Dapat pag nagdirehe ng batas, yung meat ng batas muna yung pag-usapan. Sa nangyayari yan, parang sinasabay po yung yung mismong essence and exemptions. Hindi dapat ganoon kasi lalong malalagay sa agrabyadong posisyon yung mga workers. But then again, nagpapakita na yung concrete manifestation ng problem sa contractualization na itong mga pumuputok na mga welga sa kasalukuyan. Ngayon, kapag in-address seriously ito, ay talaga magtutuloy-tuloy ito at kailangan talagang maging seryoso yung mga lawmakers natin.
Naalala ko lang, are you okay with the penalties involved dun sa batas? 5 million?
It's just one of the
closure?
positive provisions of the provision of the proposed bill. Baka meron pang ibang mga mas
Mapag-usapan
dapat paunlarin sa batas na
Well, binanggit ni Presidente Duterte sa kanyang veto letter that the bill unduly broadens the definition and scope of prohibited labor-only contracting, and it proscribes legitimate job contracting. So, binanggit din ng Presidente na dapat ay hindi natin ipagbawal yung legitimate job contracting.
I'm just interested. Anong mangyayari dito? Do you have to specify exactly which industries? Kasi di ba magkakaroon ng parang tripartite committee? So anong mangyayari? How will this go?
Well, para
Can you
sa
actually define the industry where you can allow contractualization? Or
para sa amin kasi sapat na yung existing laws, regulations. Tinapos na natin yung endo. Wala na tayong pinag-uusapan sa endo dahil yung 555 ay tinapos na. Ngayon, kung meron pang mga nagva-violate ng employers, is a matter of implementing and enforcing the laws and punishing this unscrupulous
pero kasi alam natin may mga
employers.
malalaking malls and malalaking mga factories na talagang nag-e-employ pa rin ng contractualization.
Well, while the law may look good in theory, sa practice dapat doon tayo tumingin kung ano nangyayari sa aktual na kondisyon ng mga manggagawang Pilipino. No? Hindi na, kapag may massive ang contractualization, the overall cost of labor would tend to fall down. No? Kaya yun ang nangyayari. Meron kang unemployment, underemployment, 6,000 mahigit sang araw ang lumalabas sa ating bansa, then this pulls the overall cost of labor downward.
Okay, antabayan na natin yung magiging discussions sa Congress. Wala na po tayong oras. Thank you very much to our guests, Representative Jericho Nograles, Elmer Bonglabog, and Jose Roland Moya. That's On the Record this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Ruth Cabal.